When imagining the worst year to be alive, many might think of the devastation caused by the Black Death in 1349 or the flu pandemic of 1918. But one will be shocked to know that it happened much before that. According to medieval historian Michael McCormick, the year 536 stands out as the worst period to be alive. This year was associated with the beginning of an 18-month-long darkness caused by a mysterious fog, leading to disastrous events across Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. This fog, combined with other natural and human-made disasters, drowned the world into one of the most challenging periods in history. In 536, a strange fog covered Europe, the Middle East, and northern Asia, cloaking these regions in darkness throughout the day and night for 18 months. Byzantine writer Procopius described it as, "For the sun gave forth its light without brightness, like the moon during the whole year. It cooled summer temperatures by 1.5 degrees to 2.5 degrees Celsius, starting a decade that is now the coolest in the last 2,300 years. Snow had fallen in the summer in China, crops withered, and humans went hungry." The Irish historical accounts registered a failure of bread from the years 536 to 539.
Procopius, a key figure in Byzantine history, served as legal advisor, assessor to the general Belisarius during the reign of Emperor Justinian I. He accompanied Belisarius on military campaigns in Africa and Italy, providing a first-hand account of these events. His writings, particularly his History of the Wars, are considered a primary source for understanding Justinian's reign and the Byzantine Empire's military and political landscape. Procopius's position and perspective. Legal advisor to Belisarius. Procopius's role as an advisor allowed him to witness events from a privileged position, providing him with inside knowledge of the emperor's strategies and the military's operations. Military campaigns. He participated in campaigns against the Vandals in North Africa and the Goths in Italy, giving him direct experience of the battles, sieges, and political intrigues. Constantinople experience. Procopius was also based in Constantinople, the heart of the empire, where he witnessed the Nika riots and other significant events of Justinian's reign. Why his account matters. Primary source. Procopius's History of the Wars is a crucial primary source for understanding Justinian's reign, offering detailed accounts of military campaigns, political maneuvering, and social conditions. First-hand experience. His first-hand accounts of battles, sieges, and political events, such as the Nika riots, provide invaluable insights into the realities of life in the Byzantine Empire. Literary style. Procopius's writing style, influenced by classical historians like Herodotus and Thucydides, makes his work engaging and informative, even for modern readers. Unflinching account. While his History of the Wars presents a relatively positive view of Justinian, his secret history offers a scathing critique of the emperor and his wife Theodora, revealing a more human and flawed side of the imperial couple. Social and cultural insights. Procopius's writings provide valuable insights into social structures, religious divisions, and cultural practices of the time. Influence on later historians. His work has influenced later historians and writers, demonstrating the lasting impact of his historical narrative. The recent volcanic activity in Iceland is from an eruption that began on July 16, 2025, near the Sunnukur crater Rho in the Reykjanes Peninsula and ended on August 5th. There is currently no active eruption in Iceland. The Ilopango volcano eruption occurred much earlier, around 431 CE, and was a massive eruption that had significant impacts on the surrounding Maya civilization. Icelandic volcanic eruption 2025. The eruption started on July 16, 2025 and ended on August 5, 2025. It was located near the Sunnukur crater Rho on the Reykjanes Peninsula. The eruption was limited in scope and had no impact on air traffic or tourism. There is no current volcanic activity in Iceland. Ilopango volcano eruption circa 431 CE. The Ilopango eruption occurred in 431 CE. It was a massive ultraplinian eruption that created an 8 by 11 kilometer caldera, now known as Lake Ilopango. The eruption had a significant impact on the Maya civilization, causing widespread devastation and abandonment of settlements. Scientists have linked this eruption to a period of global cooling in the 6th century. The eruption is estimated to have released a large amount of sulfur into the atmosphere, potentially causing global climate effects.
Dust veils formed by volcanic eruptions or asteroid impacts can significantly impact sunlight and climate by reducing the amount of solar radiation reaching the Earth's surface and altering atmospheric temperatures. This can lead to temporary global cooling, affecting weather patterns and potentially causing food shortages and societal disruptions. Impact on sunlight: reduced solar radiation. Dust particles, especially fine ash and aerosols from volcanic eruptions, scatter and reflect sunlight back into space. This reduces the amount of solar radiation reaching the Earth's surface, leading to a decrease in global temperatures. Dimming of the sun in severe cases, like the AD 536 dust veil event. The dust veil can be so dense that it dims the sun for an extended period, affecting both sunlight and photosynthetic activity. Impact on climate: global cooling. The reduction in solar radiation due to dust veils can cause a decrease in global average temperatures, potentially leading to a temporary ice age-like event. Altered weather patterns. Dust veils can disrupt normal weather patterns, leading to extreme weather events such as droughts, intense storms, and changes in precipitation. Feedback mechanisms. Dust particles can also interact with atmospheric processes, potentially leading to further climate changes. For example, dust can absorb solar radiation in the atmosphere, warming the stratosphere while cooling the surface. Long-term effects. While the immediate impact of a dust veil may be temporary, the long-term effects can linger for several years, potentially influencing climate patterns for decades. Examples: AD 536 dust veil event. This event, caused by one or more large volcanic eruptions, resulted in a significant decrease in solar radiation, leading to global cooling, crop failures, famine, and societal disruptions. Volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions, such as those that occurred in Krakatoa, can inject large amounts of dust and aerosols into the atmosphere, causing temporary cooling and other climate effects. In summary, dust veils, whether from volcanic eruptions or other events, can significantly impact sunlight and climate by reducing solar radiation, causing global cooling, and altering weather patterns. The severity and duration of these effects depend on the magnitude and duration of the dust veil event. The Irish annals record a failure of bread between 536 and 539 CE, indicating widespread famine and crop failures during that period. This event is linked to a significant climate anomaly, possibly caused by a massive volcanic eruption, which led to reduced sunlight and lower temperatures. The famine and subsequent bubonic plague in 541 contributed to a period of hardship and societal upheaval in the 6th century. The failure of bread is mentioned in both the Annals of Ulster and the Annals of Inishfallen, highlighting the severity of the situation in Ireland. The lack of sunlight and the resulting drop in temperatures severely impacted agricultural yields, leading to food shortages and widespread starvation. This period of climatic disruption and disease is considered one of the worst in human history, particularly for Europe and parts of Asia. The effects of the volcanic eruption and the bubonic plague were devastating, contributing to the decline of empires and leaving a lasting impact on the course of history, according to some historians. Chinese dynastic records document periods of dimmed light and unusual weather, often linked to volcanic eruptions or other climate-altering events. These records, found in historical texts, diaries, and even cave inscriptions, show correlations between climatic downturns and societal disruptions like famines, population declines, and dynastic collapses. Evidence of dimmed light and unusual weather. Dimmed sun records describe a dimmed sun, suggesting a possible link to volcanic eruptions that release aerosols into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight. For example, the eruption of Mount Etna in 44 BC was linked to a dimmed sun, cold temperatures, crop failures, and famine in China the following year. Abnormal temperatures. Temperatures, both hot and cold, are noted in various records. The early 14th century in eastern China is described as colder than the mid-13th century, Precipitation anomalies. Records detail periods of drought and heavy rainfall, with impacts on agriculture and societal stability. For instance, the summer of 1309 in southern Jiangsu province saw low precipitation. Other weather phenomena. Records also mention phenomena like unusually cold winters, heavy snow, and even the appearance of multiple suns, possibly related to atmospheric conditions, according to some researchers. Impact on dynasties. Droughts and famines. Droughts, often coinciding with periods of climatic downturns, led to widespread famine and social unrest, contributing to the decline of several dynasties. Population decline. Famines and social instability resulted in significant population declines. Dynastic collapse. The Tang and Song dynasties, for example, saw periods of prosperity followed by decline and collapse, potentially linked to shifts towards arid conditions. Societal disruption. Periods of unusual weather and climate shifts also led to increased warfare and other forms of societal upheaval. Examples of specific events and records. 1815 Tambora eruption. Cao et al. 2012 identified evidence of climatic downturn in China following the 1815 Tambora eruption. 934 to 939 Elja eruption. Fei and Zhou 2006 suggested that abrupt cooling occurred in China following the prolonged Elja eruption in Iceland. Yunshan Diary. The Yunshan Diary provides records of drought conditions in the summer of 1309 and a severe cold winter in 1308-1309. Cave inscriptions. Cave inscriptions, especially those recording droughts, have been used alongside other data to reconstruct past climate conditions. Ancient diaries. Diaries like the Yunshan Diary provide valuable insights into past climate conditions, helping to reconstruct past climates.